Hello, people viewers of Mr.Who reviews. Today I'll be doing Digimon Adventures, or just the first two arcs of it, basically episodes 1 to 21. And those of you that haven't seen my review of Digimon Adventure the movie, why didn't you? It's a go now for a playing. Anyway, Digimon was basically a Tamagotchi for boys, or some reason didn't think Tamagotchis were exclusively popular for girls, but whatever. And like any product, they need to advertise it somehow or get kids interested, so they decided to make an anime, and it's actually dubbed by Savan, the guy that did the English Power Rangers, and shown on Fox Kids. Also, yeah, it's one of the animes that actually have the characters in like Japan, not like in some sort of fantasy world, like there's a Pokemon world or whatever world that Dragon Ball is set in. But, yeah. And those you wondering, I have watched a few episodes of the Japanese version. I prefer some of the scenes in that than in the English version. Some of the lines as well, since the English version has a lot of bad jokes. And I think that the two opening teams are good, but I think the English one might be better, since that's the one I heard the most. But Braveheart is just great. I just love it. Anyway, the first episode begins with the leader of the group named Ty narrating that some weird stuff had been going on in the world. Oh yeah, the other kids are in summer camp. Yeah. And the other kids that are there are Sora, Izzy, Joe, Mimi, Matt, and his brother TK. And that he's snowing in the summer camp, even though it's August. And then these little devices come from out of nowhere and drop in our hero's hands. Yeah, about 4 or 5 of the kids there have gloved hands. I don't know. And I am using the English names, since they're a bit similar to the Japanese names. I'm like very pronounce some of the Japanese names, but anyway, when they get the little voices, which they which are called Digi voices, yeah, let's get used to it. There's a lot of stuff that can be Digi in the digital world, like Digi dollars, Digi eggs, just stuff like that. That'll be cute, but you know. Anyway, when the thing starts to activate, a giant wave comes for the kids and sucks them into another world. And Ty gets to see his Digimon partner, Coromon, which is just like a big bunny head or something. And I only remember some of the names of the Digimon. Some of them are just kind of memorable from aren't, but whatever. Anyway, eventually Ty meets up with the other kids, and turns out they have Digimon as well. The younger kids, or just some of them, seem to take the fact that these creatures are with them kind of well. I think Joe being, I think, the oldest, I don't really know, is just freaking out like he's in like a monster movie or something. Oh yeah, and in the pamphlet for the season 1 box set of Digimon has like the character's age. I don't know if that's true. So there's an episode where Joe says he's a teenager, and in the second season he's like in college, but in the pamphlet he says he's 11. I don't know which one to trust. Anyway, then they run into Kawagamon, a beetle type, or beetle like Digimon. And the kids try to, or the Digimon try to protect the kids, and the kids are just yelling their names, whatever, attacking the big overgrown beetle or whatever. And that just gets the Digimon to Digivolve, and that's just when Braveheart comes on in the Japanese version. Yeah, for some reason the English version has like whale songs what every time is Digivolve. And yes, the sequence of the Digivolve is recycled over and over, but still. And then they send the Aquaman over a ledge or something. He does come back and makes the kid that fall into a river or something. That's when Joe's partner, Gomon, uses one of his attacks with some fish and make a raft. Okay. And the next few episodes just has the kids in danger, and just getting their Digimon to evolve into a next level. Yeah, there's basically a level system for this baby in training rookie champion ultimate mega, and basically the bad guy just represents what the level they are, like what they're up against, and there's a hint of what level the heroes are going to next. But and the bad guy in this arc, or the first, Devilmon. Yeah, the devil. It looks great. Unlike some anime, Digimon doesn't censor the religious thing. It's good. You know. I was the same with the kids getting into trouble and really dying, and Digimon just Digivolve. It doesn't happen for every kid. Like with Sora, he's trying to save her partner Vmon from this living fire thing called the Miramon. And Miramon is actually the first Digimon that you find out is actually good, but actually being controlled by this thing called a Black Gear. I would call it a Dark Gear, but and Izzy does actually said his partner's Digi Evolution Tentamon was basically an electric beetle, whatever. Like just typing some stuff on his computer. Yeah, Izzy was one of the popular characters since he was the nerdy one in the group, and since it's based in a digital world, of course, the nerdy person will be popular. I think Matt was probably the second favorite character for people, since he's kind of a lone wolf and always argued with Ty, since said Ty doesn't mean well, but you don't really know when he's actually mocking somebody. Like in the first episode, he's saying that he's sort of going to computer camp since he saw him with a computer. Matt does play the role of second leader good, since he is thinking of everybody's well-being and emotions, even though he does mock them as well, but on purpose. And this anime did tackle some good topics that won't be tackled today, like man TK's parents were divorced, and Joe trying to step up and be the rival person since he might be the oldest of the 7 kids. I don't know. And eventually Tai does grow into a good leader, but whatever. And there's some Digimon that have like weird attacks, like firing at some blasters or releasing vines, or like I said with Gomamon that somehow getting fish together and making them into a raft. But none of that is more disgusting than Nuamon's attack, which is just throwing pink poo. They say it's slows, but you know it's pink poo. And the episode that introduced them and that big bear or teddy bear Digimon that was controlled by a black gear was just weird. And also when the Mimi's Digimon Palmon evolved into a living cactus with boxing gloves. Yeah, you'll probably hear me say this a few times in the review, but this one's weird. Ugh. Let's see. What else? Well, eventually, nearly everybody's Digimon Digivolves except for TKs for some reason. They introduced a new Digimon named Leomon, who had a rival named Ogremon, and then Devmon finally shows up as he takes control of Leomon since he needed a lot of black gears to control him. And when the kids and the Digimon just escape to find this house that's conveniently where they are. Well, is that right? And there's some already just take a breath and just realize what's happening, or just talk about it. But I don't know. But it turns out the house in there were actually an illusion conjured up by Devmon, and he actually tries separating the kids by making their beds fly while they're in it. But Tai was in his bed and said either he or Agumon had to go to the toilet. I forget which. And it turns out that when somebody's Digivice hits a Digimon that has a black gear in it, they're able to get the black gear out. And then Leomon just separates Tai from the house or whatever before he can tell Tai what the whole thing is, since Demon said in the episode there's this prophecy that the Digidestineds, that's what the kids are, will defeat him or come and defeat him. But I don't know. And then there's just some episodes where the characters are with the different some other characters, and just you see the interaction with them, like with Tai and Matt. Matt wants to find TK first, but Tai thinks to go straight to Devmon on Infinity Mountain. Yeah, they're like an island called the Island Observer. No, I think I can't remember. I think Island Observer was just for the second arc. I can't remember what the second one was called. The first one. And then the episode that they had their first actual fist fight. Before this, they actually had only verbal fights, but since Matt is thinking that Tai is really thinking of the well-being of the other kids, especially TK just very angry. Before Tai can give the final punch, Matt actually just breaks down and just tells Tai where he wants to go and find the others. And Tai just lets him, or decides to let they go and find at least TK, so Matt won't be worried. And it's understandable since he's a brother as well. I'll get into that in either the third or fourth arc. Anyway, with the others, Mimi as meets up with Izzy while he's trying to decipher some writing on the wall, which he thinks are hieroglyphics, but I don't think so, and he's kind of frustrated since he's taken too long. And I have to say, I don't really like Mimi in the English version. She seems too valley girl-ish. In the Japanese version, she's the type of person that would speak her mind. Sometimes she doesn't really complain about like, there's an episode where she's saying that she knew she still went to the mall instead of the camp or something like that. Well, anyway, after she runs off into a maze, Tenmon follows her, and they run into Centaur Mom. Yeah, Centaur in a maze. I would look out for Minotaur Mom, but I don't know. And the way he attacks, he has like a electric gun thing. Again, this one's weird. Anyway, if you're able to navigate Mimi in the labyrinth, since he has to connect to her device or something, and just thanks to her just giving out, and he's realizing that he is probably getting into his computer, and eventually they do get the Black Gear out of Centaur Mom, and it's kind of a good part when this one was frozen, and the kids are just wondering why, but really it's just because the low animation buzzer. That's a good thing with the English version, I think. But and it's thanks to Centaur Mom they just realize what the devices actually are. And it's also around that time that Leomon, or Dark Leomon, shows up, and Mimi and Izzy has to go and find the others. And then there's an episode with Joe and Sora, with Sora making Joe or giving Joe the leader role, since Goemon thinks he needs a confidence boost. And they find these people in a church, with the people have like some sort of mask on with smiley faces, and turns out they're ghost Digimon called Bakumon. Probably said I'm wrong. And later to defeat him, Joe just uses psych-out warfare, like banging a stick on Sora's helmet, and just repeating the phrase "Bakumon, lose your power." Bakumon's just intimidated. Now in the Japanese version, it was a Buddhist chant, so they're okay with the devil and that, but they're okay by saying some Buddhist chant in the English version. Don't know. And then for the second to last episode for the arc, TK, who's kind of by himself, him and Paimon find this place called the Primary Village. Basically, it's where Digimon are reborn, because Digimon can't technically die. Their DNA just gets reconfigured, and they're reborn as a Digi-Egg, and eventually it hatches, and then they're okay. Paimon just gets in the fight with the village's protector, or whatever, Elecmon. So there's a tug of war battle. It's good. Not exactly badass, but it's good. For the 13th episode for the arc, Leomon shows up with when TK and Palmon are just taking care of the Digi babies, and another scene where the animation is just frozen. I don't know. And Ty and Matt do show up, and Leomon just absorbs a lot of black gears that it turns his skin and the main grey. And it turns out that their Digimon can handle them, but when Mimi and Izzy show up and tell Ty about the Digivices, then he has a flashback of when the last time he met Leomon, and he has to use his Digivice to slowly get the black gears out, but thanks to Matt to help him out that be able to do that. And finally, Leomon just tells kids the prophecy of the Digidestins, and the Devimon just absorbing a lot of black gears to be more powerful, and actually absorbs Ogamon. It's a good fight, and eventually Sora and Joe turn up with their Digimon, but it doesn't really go well when Devimon does go for TK. He said that is also prophesied that the youngest of the Digidestins will destroy him. Palmon does Digimon at that time, and as he through the episode, as he hints of Palmon devolving, and also hinted it in the last one as well, and devolves into an angel, and the angel just uses the power of the Digivices that he's absorbing to destroy Devimon, but he also destroys himself, and Devimon just tell him that he might destroy him, but there's other evil Digimon out there who are even stronger than he was. And I have to say, even though Devimon was a no villain, I just like him. He's what you expect with a devil, not really taking part in destroying the kids at first, but then in the final battle, he actually takes them on, and that's manipulating people to turn bad, or didn't want to turn bad, or just to do his goal. Oh yeah, but Devimon was like really big, and I actually absorbed Ogamon, and Ogamon actually came out from his stomach. I don't know. And then when DK seen Asmon disappear, Asmon just says the worst thing he could have said it. TK, he's just saying that he can come back again if he wants him, if TK wants him to. That's when feathers fall from TK and makes a dizzy egg. And I think that experience in the Scar TK just find out how much it did in the second season. Originally Digimon was only supposed to be a 13 episode season, but since it got so popular, it got more episodes, and that just leads to the second arc, which I call the Ekamon arc. Because at the end of the 13th episode, this hologram or message or hologram message of this guy named Jedi turns up saying that he needs the Digidestin's help, and they need to find these tags and crests which can get or let their Digimon evolve even further to the ultimate level. And he's kind of vague of whether he is a Digimon or a human or not, or maybe both, but I don't know. And at first, everybody was contemplating whether they should accept the mission to get the Titan Crest and stop the next evil bad guy, but they don't really know until TK that says that he's going since that what Ant's mom will want, like a stop the evil or something. And they try making a raft by themselves, but then some of their allies that they met up with help them out, and they're on their way. And then TK's Digimon hatches into I don't know how to describe it. Sort of like a white blob thing called Poyomon, which does say its name. Yeah, again, weird. Whenever I see that they encounter a Waymon, and they reenact the part of the Bible with Jonah and the whale. And turns out there's a black gear inside the Waymon. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't call it a whale mon. It makes no sense. Anyway, when they get out, the boat is destroyed, or the raft is destroyed, I forget what it is. And Waymon does the last from writing hymns, since he knows where the tags and crests are. Yeah, they're out there in the bottom of the ocean in a convenience store. Yeah. I don't know. But do you find the tags in the convenience store, but it turns out the crests are actually scattered among digital worlds. Then they just encounter this village full of rabbit dead things. I don't right now. And TK's Poyomon evolves into Tokomon. And the rabbit things kidnap Tokomon because it turns out that the village used to belong into some Koromon, which shows that Ty's partner wasn't the only Koromon in the digital world. And they just meet some of Etmon's henchmen. I forget what they're called, but I'll just explain what Etmon is. Basically, he's a monkey with that does an Elvis impression. He wants to be a rock star. Yeah, he is a comedic villain. And I don't like him. He's annoying. His attack is good, which does de-digivolves the kids Digimon, but I don't know. Anyway, the kids soon find out about the Koromon being kicked out of their town, and Tai actually gets his first crest, which is the crest of courage. And the way the other kids find their crest is just weird. Like, Mimi finds hers on a giant cactus. TK and Joe find theirs on a wall. And Matt and Izzy find theirs in a well. I don't know. Anyway, after Ty gets the crest, he gets a little bit worried since, or a little bit cocky since he's the only one that has a crest and know how to activate it, and actually uses a lot of their food to feed Agumon. And they walk into one of Edamon's traps where he has a robot, a Greymon, and the real one actually fights, and Ty tries to get Greymon to evolve into his ultimate form, but it turns dark and he turns into an out-controlled skull. Greymon that's beaten all his friends, and he only devolves because he's out of power. But yeah, during the fight he wasn't able to fight because Ty actually overfed him. But Ty's a quick learner. He knows that he's done that and he won't do it again. But by the next episode, he and Agumon is worried that what happened with Skull Greymon might happen again. And the kids meet a new ally called Piximon, It's basically like Yoda and Mr. Miyagi, since he has Yoda's speech impediment, or ways he talks like Yoda, and he gives the kids training session like goes like his Mr. Miyagi, get him to clean his floors. I don't know, but he has Agumon and Tai going to this cave where Tai meets his younger self trying to learn how to ride a bike. And after that, Tai's confidence is back, and I have to say the scenery for the second arc is really good. There's in a desert for the whole time. Yeah, going from a forest, then sewer, then some other things to just a desert. Not really that interesting. Anyway, the final part of the Edmond arc ends when he got contacted by this Digimon called Datamon, who it turns out is captured by Edmond and actually runs his dark network. Tai is just being a bit cocky since it says that the digital world is actually real, like a virtual reality game. But after Sora gets captured and Tai has gone through electric fence, it also says that if they get hurt in the virtual world, then their bodies in real world might get damaged as well. Sort of like if you die in in your dreams, you die in real life as well, or something like Sword Art Online. Anyway, then they just got the idea of distracting the Daemon and Edamon with an attack, while Tai tries to save Sora, since Daemon actually captured her and made like a virtual clone of her, and turned out he had Sora's crest. I don't know. Anyway, Tai just got the courage to put his hand through a wall to believe that it isn't gonna electrocute him, and that kinda activates his crest. And he does save Sora before he falls into this black hole thing where Edamon fell and dragging Daemon with him. I'm sorry, when he fell in the black hole, that's got stronger, and Tai thinking that it might be too dangerous for everybody else to fight, so he's gotta fight Edamon with Greymon himself. And that fully activates Tai's crest, and it supposedly killed Edamon, but Tai and Greymon, or Mel Greymon, get pulled in, and that leads off to the last episode. But they take like just being episodes to take a break for everything. Episode 21, where Tai and Cormon actually in the real world, and I have to say this episode is one of my favorites from the first series and in Digimon in general. The coloring is just weird, and the atmosphere is just so relaxed. But as it may others Carrie seemed creepy in the episode. Like, this is where she showed up first time in the series. And if you were asking me which version of the episode do I like more, I think they're both great. Yes, the English version does put in lines that the Japanese version didn't, or does put in some lines where there's a silent moment. It works. I know I'm the type of person that gives out when the anime puts in the line where it's supposed to be a silent moment in the Japanese version, but it works. It just gives Tai some time to think about what to do, especially since it's shown in like the TV and that there's Digimon actually slowly crossing over the real world, and then a computer actually telling Izzy, telling Tai not to come back since it's dangerous, and Tai getting frustrated because he doesn't know how to use his Digivice. And now I'm not talking about the controversy that is with this episode, that either the writer or whoever said what the episode is implying at the end. I didn't get it from either version, so I'm not gonna mention it here. Oh yeah, the guy who actually wrote this actually did the drawing for Tamers, Digimon Tamers as well, and I'm just glad they got this whole series to write, because it's great. I also wrote the first Digimon movie, so again, good, and the tip my hat off to the guy. Just the part where Tai is just going back to this world, kind of saying goodbye to Carrie, is just like great in both versions as well. Yeah, that's it for the first two arcs of the season, and I'd say they're pretty good, but I think the Deadmon arc is a bit better since it showed more of a characters developing, especially Joe, Izzy, probably Tai. And I do want to say that the way they showed the order they did the Digi evolution was kind of bad. Like you get one actually order in straight line. Could have fleshed it out more or something. And the animation for when Greymon is devolved into his ultimate form was just great. I'm glad that they had the animation all the other times as well. And I know that some people might compare Digimon to Pokemon, since some of the Digimon do look like Pokemon. But I'd say it's only a coincidence that they look like them, but I don't know. What else? Oh yeah, and the inversion that's had some songs done by some bands. Mostly they use the song "Hey Digimon." It worked for some moments, but not for others. But at least it didn't have a March of the Toy Soldiers like the first movie did. But that'll be all. Next time I'll be reviewing the most memorable arc in the first series and introducing one of the best villains in Digimon history. Just talk more about the show. Anyway, until next time, I'm gonna see you guys later.